Alright. Oh, I'm here. Oh, it does something around here. Excellent. Wunderbar. Oh, I guess I'm just gonna go right into it. I could have... Whatever. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Amnesia? Can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Are you ready for the most incompetent lawyer versus a man with literal brain damage? I mean, I guess it's for the best that it ended up being Winston Payne, right? Hey, Captain. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. Is Maggie about to ride her kick, Phoenix? Like, what other kind of kick would a character in a Japanese setting be going for? Like, obviously, unless they're trying to translate, I don't know what it'd be in, like... That's a problem when the game localizes. Not that I'm against localization, mind you, I'm all for it. But sometimes it can make you have to question what they're trying to read the intent in. Rider kick. Hey, Darth. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone because Maggie is a good girl. Okay, that does sound wrong when it's... I don't know why. She's a good egg. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. Spent the lead up watching an Ace Attorney stage play. Oh, that's fun. Is it one of the, Oh, I'm gonna insert a syllable and properly in this one. Takarazuka? Is that what it is? The all-female troupe? I should know it, but sometimes... Okay. Thank God. I can stop embarrassing myself not remembering things. Looks like Twitch didn't update with the stream starting properly. Hey, Katie. Well, Darth got here, so maybe it did it for Darth, but not you. So this is a replacement for Science Maya and Actual Maya? Kind of. This is Tutorial Cop Maya. I like Maggie, though. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course. I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix, Wright? What a weird name. Wouldn't it be better if it was named like Bionosuke Naruhodo or something? But no. Oh, Naruhodo. Naruhodo. Nuts. It's about Spotlight from 2013. The Phoenix, Maya, and Larry go to a Steel Samurai play. They run into Dick and Miles. Miles is not pleased to be caught. Oh. That's fantastic. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. Aww, look at her with the excited shimmer eyes. I'll be honest, this is a cute image unless you like stay on it and you like really linger, and then like the open mouth, but like the just softly pulsing lights in the eyes suddenly start to be kind of ominous. She's charging her eye lasers run. It's kind of scaring me, really. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card added to the court record. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me. I should have read that, but we'll read it now. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. These are all the same. Genocide mode activated. And start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? Can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. One of the best lines I've ever heard in a dubbed anime ever. Does this keep playing this? Okay, it doesn't need to keep going. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Beep. Okay. I don't want anyone to be alarmed. But I was gonna say, did everyone see the image of our destroyer? Now, usually, I would joke about being a pure boy, and we don't need to see the booba, but here, even more horrifying, because the text box is desperately trying to protect us from this monstrosity. She's wearing a Blue Badger shirt. She's dead to me. Also, what is that thing she's wearing? Is that a sleeveless hoodie? Because, like, okay. It must be. I refuse to believe that the blue badge... Oh, no, I mean... I guess we know that the Blue Badger does take off. The fact that it has a goddamn sleeveless hoodie. Like, not even just a regular hoodie. A sleeveless one. Okay, well, anyways. It's a very beach top, to be honest, so you can cover your head on from the sun, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Your arms would still get sunburned as heck, but at least your head would be more comfortable. Oh, awful taste in shirts and mascots aside, though. Maggie's kind of cute in this image. Man, Dustin is very bland, though. Like, no wonder he's a love interest and then got murked. Okay, anyways. We don't need to see Blue Badger anymore. Hello? Oh, thank you. Oh, what voice did I give you? It doesn't matter. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. You can call me Maggie. Which, of course, is... And I think I said this last time. That would get me to... I would think IE instead of EY. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. What do you mean? You can hear spelling? So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... Is this... you were here all along. What? Wait. Is Maya in this first case? Or was Phoenix... No, this is a memory or something. Because I know Maya's not physically here. Right? I guess I should just keep going. Ah, you were here all along. This is really unfortunate. I was banking hard on Maggie and Maya not sharing any time together in any form. You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Oh, okay. No, she is here then. Wow. Okay. Ugh. Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too. Is it Emma? Maya, you've come to save us. Huh, okay. God damn it. Well, see, this shows you how much I remember Justice for All. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. I'm sorry. This is just what we're gonna have to live with now. I can't change the horses midstream. Sometimes you meet people and they sound like you. It happens. The human voice, the human vocal range is not so exceedingly complex. It exceeds the fact that there's 7 billion of us fuckers on the planet, okay? I'm good to work with good voices that I do. Sounds so defeated. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Wait, so you're saying my name is Nick? Because that way makes way more sense than Phoenix. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. Clearly all of Maggie's sentences should now end with Pio. JK. Yeah, let's not do that. Although, I wouldn't want to do that to Maggie anyways. I like her. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. But don't worry, I brought in a scientific consultant. Hey Nick, it's me, Em. No, I'm kidding. No good? As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court record. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Names list. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artists group? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? I actually had you work as a legal consultant? That sounds weird. Like, I look at you and one, you're not wearing the right clothing, and two, I get this sense that you don't ever actively help, except I get an image of two... No, okay. Going on. These numbers were in the memory of that phone that Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, yeah. How old are you now? Oh, right. Maya, age, question mark, question mark. I don't remember who she is, but I get the feeling I know her. Well, she's just a year older or whatever it is. It's not a big difference. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. Oh, God, okay. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Maya's saying we're old. And... Oh, right. Phoenix can't even think about himself. The point being, though, Phoenix is not that old. Yeah. Also, despite how dumb Phoenix acts very often, he still got through the bar exam at a relatively young age. Honestly, a genius age for a lawyer, really. Just not a super genius, like Miles, or especially. So, one of the things I am very glad for, he clearly cheated. That does sound like him a little bit. He doesn't know the law. In fairness, the law is also very dumb in this world. September 8th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Thank goodness we don't get to the main prosecutor for this game. Because, oh god, none of us are going to be ready for when I try to voice her. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. I was also originally an art student in university. Katie, did you not see me be like, Maya's not in this first case at all, just a little bit ago? What makes you think I remember what Phoenix does in the third game in the flashback case? Well, that does sound right. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on. Members don't need to give a witness. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Okay. I did a voice for you originally, and I did another one just now. Because it's a tutorial first case. He's the killer, duh. Even if we hadn't seen him last time. They only throw so many characters at you to begin with. What do I want to do for him? It's like, What kind of... Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps say a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would you, giving me just so everything in my life is to be the almost highest top quality degree, you understand? I'm looking for the perk top notch, be university, you understand? I'm very select process. Okay. That was too fast. Oh my goodness. Especially I was trying to do a voice that had a cadence to it. Thank you, game. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. I'm sure that won't be relevant. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. Well, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that ward. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mommy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know, you... What this will do, Mr. Wellington? What I saw that day. Okay, before we start this. I mean, Maggie's the same age, but it still hurts. Richard Wellington, age 22, a self-proclaimed drifting virtuoso who is still looking for the Wright college. Also, man, 4 years, my dude? Like, I know that you're just a NEET instead, but you could lie about your age or something. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Ah, yes, a banana. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may not question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Oh yeah, Phoenix is getting into it. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. So you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now? Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. Oh, Phoenix. The fact that he is a baby is showing. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? I mean, we'll press harder, but there's nothing here. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they called a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh. So it is. I looked at that clock and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, so I'm not gonna bother. The idea of wearing a watch, he's mad at because, you know, he's kind of acting like he shouldn't need to wear a watch. Probably because he's hiding something. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. At one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy, do-it-yourself hairstyles, T-bill ties. He was also wearing an officer's uniform. Oh, okay, the other ones were fast. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care. I mean, how else is Phoenix gonna respond to that, right? I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning.
Suspect, Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court.
Oh, then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Sorry, I just had to update the objections counter. Are you finished? I'd like to continue, if that's alright with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Oh, of course.
Did you notice anything else of interest, witness?
The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas? Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? Ooh, sorry. I was yawning a little bit there. Not because of the game, but because I'm just a little bit tired in general. And why did I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw.
That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying. About the bananas.
He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie?
Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else?
If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix. Think. My client is innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means if we can somehow show he's lying...
It is kind of weird how sometimes that's like clearly just like Phoenix's inner train of thought, but other times he must be saying things to himself because like Maya is responding right here. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. Either that or it's just the fact he's that obvious and easy to read. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is.
Is everything okay, Nick?
Alright, we need to show you a bunch of bananas. I guess you could also do the glasses, but I'm sure this is because we need to be like 2 or 3 steps further along. Oh, let me take a sip of a drink first. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw. Right here. Yeah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong.
But, Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? Baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's... That's not... It's a... No. Oh yeah, music's starting. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas. Bad eyesight, knows nothing about baseball. Oh, these are some funny bad options, but if nothing else, I also need to not take too long. I say as I pressed everything earlier, but still. I mean, it could be all those things. I mean, maybe that's why he highlighted that first lock of his hair to be yellow. He has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
Oh, I don't need to mess with that. I mean, need to mess with this one. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who usually accept Galileo. You use your world new possibilities. Sure, in the end, it was a glove, not bananas. But viewed from afar, don't you think there was room for doubt? And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. So you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
I'm not wearing your glasses today, then.
I mean, this is not going to be done right now, but it should be down right now. You asked him where his glasses are, and look at his teeth chattering in nervousness. That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... You know, Wellington here would definitely say he has special eyes.
My bad.
How about when you witnessed a crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You like those people who put Joan of Arc. She's courageous. She's also a caster and not a caster, but she's a servant in fate. In that really weird, was it ruler? Was that what they called it? But she was also like the referee, kind of. Sorry, anyways, the point is, I can't read all that in time, especially with the cadence I'm trying to give him, so I was thinking of other things. Also, if he's spent like 4 years as a NEET, he almost definitely knows something of the Nasuverse at least. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet.
And yes, she was the ruler class. Good to know.
It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness. Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
By the way, Phoenix has already won. Like, I guess theoretically, Phoenix is holding those bananas further away than 9 feet. Maybe. And yes, I know I said those bananas. You know, that's part of the thing. But you're telling me he makes that mistake under oath and with the pin's like, I made 9. Like, it's the judge. He's going to let these things fly. Are you wearing your glasses? I was just saying something there, but yeah. What happened next? Also, man, he's destroying his bomb lip right now. That girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free times on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
Well, the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away.
Did we? 6:28. That's fair enough, I guess. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone with a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer.
You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright.
What happened next? The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix. I know you have brain damage right now, but my dude. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit.
That is true, Mr. Wright. I'm taking your question from the record.
How can I get more information out of him? Like, Winston Payne is stopping us, but only because in his blind incompetent failing is with this judge who lets so much slide. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college?
Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec.
I mean, Phoenix Wright benefits from this judge too in some ways. This is true. I feel like it always ends up weighing in the prosecution's favor, but the judge has his moments. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. How do you know what time it was? The detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school.
Hey, pal. I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college.
Gumshoe? Please tell me you're lying. Please. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then the detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony.
Why don't you take one more look at the court record?
Yeah, I guess I should. This one? Or this one? Because I think it wants it to be this. He died at 6:28, which makes sense. I mean, maybe it works for either one. This one has the number, so I'm gonna go with this one. And if it's wrong, well, whatever. We have so much life right now. It doesn't matter. Oh, bam. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
To read the victim's autopsy report?
All right, let me add up the objections again. According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 a.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed.
Mr. Wellington,
Yes?
explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Alright, let's count that. That went up to 16, that went up to 17. Answer the question.
Telephone,
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You with your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. Oh man, I was not ready for that. You must think you're really something. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There. Are you happy? You lost it?
Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
Wow. The judge calling anyone else scatterbrained. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Have you ever heard that all geniuses are a stranger to quirks, plain people like you can understand?
Enough.
Oh man. Oh man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone. Could it be? You mean his phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Push further or back off? Let's question further. The cell phone was relevant? Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh. I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought that just maybe this was his.
Well done. I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his cell was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. I think there is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. Well, how dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah. Of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
All right, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Crime photo 1, the boy. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
That's a crime scene photo.
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No.
What's a phone booth?
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Oh.
Border.
With this reporting the crime a little late through for the defense.
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That's reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
19, and then to 20. Wow, I feel like this second trial is already upping the objection counter heard. Not the second trial, this first trial is upping the objection counter compared to the first game's first trial.
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else?
Was he?
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with the court?
Which is unfortunate because it's mostly been Payne's shrill objection.
Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during the 15 minutes?
I mean, oh yeah, no, wait a second. Yes, I have an idea. There is only one possible explanation.
All right, let's hear your explanation.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I was taking a drink.
However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Like, it's a video game, so they had to do it. But the fact that you have health and you take damage, it's a necessary evil, I guess. Yes, Your Honor. Ugh. I probably shouldn't have said that there was only one possibility.
Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why did the witness call the police right away?
Alright. I guess we could say it was because he was doing that, but I feel like we're not to the accuse him of being the killer stage yet. So it's probably the fact that he was blind AF. Mr. Wellington.
What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
These are your glasses, aren't they?
Where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body?
Order. Order.
No, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything.
Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. That's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Oh, goodness gracious.
Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer?
Judge, not even counting, presumably, the extra times between games, and the debatably canon DLC case of the first game. I mean, it's canon, but it's not like as directly relevant. Phoenix has done this 4 times that you know of because you were there. Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Ooh. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again.
Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. Look, Baby Joe's just like Nurse Joy there, like 10 of him. Oh. I could see it actually. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Okay, let me count the objection. Oh, man. Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. For example, there's
the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah. Even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with a G. Well, with a G, yeah. All Maggie has a G in it. With an EY after the G, instead of an IE, or some other weird third or beyond variant spelling. And the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Or otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie.
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know Miss Bird before this trial.
Ah, I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was no way there was a way. Yes, the phone call. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Boo. Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. Ah, it's probably this one. Ooh. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Oh, why you? How dare you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning?
Like the fact that Phoenix Wright is solving this case with brain damage is really the true sign how obvious this is, everyone. It's true though. My man Phoenix is mid-concussion still, and he's doing it.
Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. With this evil-ass ringtone.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. See, you couldn't tell because I'm saying it out loud, but the first one I said with an EY, and then the second one I said with an IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Water. Water.
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
But that is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
Alright, before we go too far. Did I accidentally make it 22 objections twice? Ah, well, I'll figure it out next time. I need to power through this while I still can. Oh, before I do that. Check let me see thing. Okay.
Can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor. Must lock him up while still conscious. Yeah, pretty much.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Well, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive.
I mean, it's the freaking names list, right? Yeah. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we've determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. Names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? The con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, but invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people cops raid that bring armors to Tilio, Dala with the goddess. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? How would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is... death counter. Well, I say death counter, that's just because that's what its name is. The witness is looking into that group, a victim of that group, a member of that group. Badoy. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. Ooh. Okay. Oof. I can get through this. Come on. Wake up.
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now. That police officer. Oh my God! Please, Pain. Why are you this way?
Your Honor.
I mean, I could also be skipping all these pressing I'm doing, but that's how I'm playing this, so.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
This is the third time I'm reading this.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Baird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the feds think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense.
Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah, we think like that. Let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
And Mr. Wright, or was there something that didn't agree with the witness?
Touch point, glasses, victim photo. Don't know her name. Man, it does throw me a little bit having profiles to present now. I think I remember too, because I feel like when I was but a wee lad playing this game for the first time, the first one goes pretty smoothly. But sometimes being able to present people can throw you off too. Because it's like, am I trying to present a piece of evidence that's showing off something, or is it just the concept of a person? But I think here, it's not the fact that we have a picture of him in uniform, but it's the fact that we know he was in uniform. What Mr. Wallington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. No time to change. He went to the park, still wearing his police uniform.
Oh,
The girl that picked up my phone is with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone.
and they went into a panic, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Pine, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are.
Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence. That guy's really creeping me out.
All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. Who's to say that phone is really mine? Well, where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours. I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Well, knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor. Oh, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. A cell phone. It has to be something I've overlooked. It's gotta be. Maybe? Phone stored numbers, fingerprints on the phone. I mean, is it stored numbers? I mean, I know how this ends. Because, I mean, they gave us Phoenix's cell phone number, so you know. Stored numbers, I assume. Yeah, I guess so. Because fingerprints make no sense. Because we're not going to print him right now. This is a first trial. There's not going to be time for that. Alright. This phone has the name and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. Unless... Oh, wait. I mean, this is probably not a decision anyways, right? Like, this is not, like, a thing. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we are trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you wouldn't have added some of those numbers in yourself.
But what this is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal.
That jerk is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. Cell phone. Has to be something I've overlooked. It's gotta be. Maybe. Okay, well, this is the one that loops anyways. Fingerprints on the phone. I got it. We should check for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Judge, please. You know what fingerprints are. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone.
Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off.
See? This was a false choice. The answer is neither of those was correct. Screw you, game. What?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
Wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly, too.
It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. Worst lawyer. We had a murder case last game involving them, Judge. Object permanence, please. Oh, I really don't think he has it.
He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? That's really funny. I don't think I've ever thought about the fact that... I guess it's not a big deal for Phoenix going around to his old friends like... Yeah, so it turns out I got hit over the head. Someone stole my phone and they erased all the numbers because they thought it was their phone. Oh, that would suck too. Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my. Now I remember. Casually chilling Phoenix. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Good. I finally found it. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
Nick! We've worked so hard to get this fur, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free.
I know.
I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that?
Mr. Wright, you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is. Your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
I mean, Judge, I've more than provided reasonable doubt for my client.
No, you definitely know we need to accuse the murderer.
We do? Well, I guess because of this concussion and short-term amnesia, I believe you. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am?
The court hereby concludes the cross-examination.
That will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that?
Wait and see. No. Raise an objection. That was a hold it, but sure. Please wait, Your Honor.
All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it.
What? What, Mr. Wright?
Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions.
You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Oh my god, it has been 26 objections in just this okay. Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. And you know the crazy thing is? I think the bulk of the objections are actually just from the mandatory bits. Because like we saw with like Von Karma in case 4 in the first game, that a ton of those objections were just in the unnecessary presses. But here I'm pretty sure the bulk has been just these back and forths that you're going to go through. Please, Your Honor.
Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
I only get one shot at this.
You cannot prove everything. It's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand?
I do, Your...
I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended.
Will you pay attention, Mr. Bay? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright. This is your last chance.
Also, I feel like as I go into the judge more and more, I just make him like jowlier and jowlier. Or the way I'm trying to anyways.
It all comes down to this. It's go time.
You know, Judge, this last chance looks like I can actually do this 3 more times after this. Because I have 10 health segments and you're only going to take 3 away.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
Alright. I believe it is time for us to call Phoenix's phone.
Oh, why, thank you. How nice. Yeah, please have one of mine.
Judge's business card added to the court record. Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Oh, wait. Oh,
Wait, what am I doing? This is the time to be exchanging business cards.
Your Honor. There is something very important about that card, and that is... Oh. No, it's the back of the card, right? That's where the number is? Yeah. The back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back.
Hmm? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but...
Wait a second. Wait. Okay. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Because I'm about to say, like, why does Phoenix's business card not have his cell phone number on it? But the time this game was written, it does make more sense that he would have his work phone, which is probably a landline, and that his cell phone is just his, like, personal cell phone. Now, every day, everyone's, use cell phones. Hell, if you have a work phone, it's a work cell phone.
Hmm? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but...
But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Right now? But court is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright?
We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... So it's been a little bit since we've heard the Steel Samurai theme. Like, Phoenix may pretend otherwise, but Maya clearly broke him down. What? Why is my phone? That must be that theme because of Maya. It looks like he's scared an 8-bit samurai's coming for him. Yeah. This is true, too. It actually... Because I'm like, Phoenix did that because of Maya. But no, you're right. Maya probably put it on his phone, and Phoenix just never bothered taking it off. And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Also, I'm gonna guess the idea is he hit Phoenix so hard, Phoenix fell off the couch, and where Phoenix's cell phone was also fell out. But it's wild to me that he looked at Phoenix on the couch, saw he had his phone, hit him over the head, and grabbed the wrong phone. That is such a fumble.
So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. In order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Wright?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now that this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty.
Yeah, look at her doing a little salute there.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Please, game. Do not make this too long. I am running on fumes. Oh, look at how happy and excited she is, though.
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it?
Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gone sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe.
Okay, Maggie. Precious baby girl. Good egg. Like, half of those things are not luck-based.
My life
Game's rigged.
has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
Also, you fell from 9 stories at 6 months old? That is not a disaster, that is a miracle that you survived. That is, pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless.
Lady Luckless?
What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house.
Oh.
I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up, Gumshoe being poor.
Hold on. That is just his fault. But no. Oh, well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. Fortunately, my really spiky hair blocked most of the blow.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise.
Clearly, it's the fault of the school that gave him his diploma.
Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky
Person, instead of a goddess. Food for the stars, Maggie. Yeah. That's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. I'm now giving you full ownership of this voice, Maya.
Oh, what a horrible day. I've got my memory back. Things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Also, not having full ownership, but now this voice is all mine. Come on, let's go back to the office.
Afraid to ask, but here goes.
So, this might sound bad, but
She's still going to be in less better trials than Maya. This is true. No one's in as many murder trials as Maya. Well, except for, like, the lawyers who it's their profession. And even then, I think the only lawyers in more murder... No, that's not true. I think Apollo and probably... Well, no. No, wait a second. If I count appearing in that, Maya is still Phoenix's assistant for enough trials. I think she would weigh out more than any other person. I was trying to, like, cheat and sidestep, like... Because, I mean, if we're talking about being accused, Maya's going to win out for sure, but... Oh, well. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Who?
what? I thought you said you got your memory back.
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. He's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Against all odds. This person... I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? That's really funny. I mean, that's deserved. I want to imagine that Phoenix gets permanent damage and that he never does remember his first trial with Winston Payne. Because really, what is he losing from that? And this girl, Maya?
You finally remembered.
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example,
To Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together.
Okay, this is the exhaustion having a little bit of an impact. Also, this is getting me a tiny bit choked up. Mostly because the tiredness is making me kind of punch drunk emotional. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout, the end. Okay. It makes me really sad. These need to be short streams. But also, even if I could now go to bed. Yeah, even if I didn't have to get up, and I've got plenty of sleep time. Well, I say plenty of sleep time. Save your progress at this point. Yes, I want to get the save screen. One here. Like, it would be really nice to get the Pearl. I mean, who doesn't like little Pearly? Even though, oh my god. Okay, I need to go to bed. I will in a minute or two. But first, and yes, I did. I highlighted before this. That was a tiny bit why I was late to hang out before stream, was because I needed to highlight too. But this is gonna be hard to voice because Maya's already like, I don't know what Pearl's gonna be. Like, I guess I could. Oh, cause she's a like 6-year-old girl or 7-year-old girl or something. That's way too high pitched. Just going the opposite direction. I don't know if I could. My one problem with that is she's a really long running character. But it would be funny to give her like the deepest voice I could. Now, that might be worth considering. And she doesn't scare me the most. The most is going to be Franziska, because I can't do any accent reliably. I certainly can't do a German. So she's just going to be me trying to do a slightly female sounding, constantly shifting, vaguely European-ish, quasi kind of in a bit accent. But that is future Chris's problem. I need to sleep. I need to have been sleeping. But I wanted to hang out for a little bit. I do like this game. You all rest well too. Until next time.